Hey everyone. I wasn't going to go live today, but we may have a special guest, so I thought I would go for it. How's everyone doing? Hey, Heather, you're able to join? Did you get the link? Hey, Anthony. Yeah, it looks like it's a good night. Get a little closer to the water. Everybody's streaming. I'm out of town. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't see him here, and it's tough for me to stream and send him a link and blah blah blah. So I sent him the link. I don't know if he got in. Yeah, I can't do these things on the fly. It takes a lot of prep. Yeah, I sent it. I don't. May just be taking him a little while to get on. Thank you, Heather. Oh, great, Zoa. Thank you. I'm looking forward to the questions you have. I don't see him yet. Oh, You don't have any music there? Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, great. So the on the right side is the Grand Floridian, and on the left side is my house. Well, my backyard. I love the reflection, but the reflection is so much better when the water is still. Oh my God, it's like a picture. Thundercat, do you mind if I answer that after the live stream? Okay, that is. Are you in Disney World property? No. I'm on the left side, which is my from the view from my house, and on the right side is the view from Grand Floridian. Please remember to like and share this live stream. It really helps me to bring new fans. There's all the info. I love this side by side. Oh, that's a beauty. Get those kids out of the way. I love the side by side. That's what friends are for. Mike, hello, how are you? Hey, Joe. Hello, Bossy
Hi,
Cat.
everybody. I don't know if you can hear me or not.
Oh, we can.
This is Kevin with WDW Travels.
Just put your name up. I don't know how well the music is synced right now, but it's better than no music. Yeah, isn't that cool, Carol? To see it, from the hotel and then not so different. It seems just as close. I'm surprised there's no music playing over at Grand Floridian. I thought they did that. Ooh, music is timed well now, I think. Ah, I feel like a Mickey bar. Oh, it is. You are. You. There goes Tinkerbell. here today. How funny. Oh, that was great. Thank you, wdwtravels.com. I appreciate it. That was beautiful. That was great. But I did have.
All right, I gotta go, guys.
All right, thanks for your help.
I will catch you on the next stream.
Okay, so Thundercat had a question, and I want to answer it now. I will go to settings, camera, front camera, okay. Here we are. How are you? Okay. By the way, this is the backyard of my house. It's going to be changing soon because I'm having it landscaped a bit. But let's talk about some great communities nearby. I'm gonna just give me a second. I want to go inside away from the skeeters. Okay. So, in answer to your question about what is the great communities nearby here, okay. Okay. The ones that are very popular, I just sold in Hawksmoor. That's in Waterley. There's all resales in there right now. Get this down a bit. Okay. So there's all resales in Hawksmoor, but it's a great community. There's about 400 homes in there, about the same size as my community. HOA fees are about $100 a month. They include a very nice community center. So let's see, what else? Waterley, I've sold in. That's a community that's going to be a couple thousand homes. And they'll be building for another 1 to 2 years there. The other place that I like, if you're over 55, is the Oasis, and that has not started selling yet. And but it really does depend on your price point and your needs. You know, there's a lot of good choices out there, but if you only have a certain budget, you know, you may have to go a little further out, you know, or you may have to compromise on size of home. Like, for example, in Winter Garden, there's a nice 390 home. That's 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. It needs a little brushing up, a little work, but I was just out to see it recently, and I think that house is great. There's also, there was a couple that I saw in Windermere, Lakes of Windermere, which was a very nice community. So if you have any questions, you can ask me now, but otherwise, I don't know if Thundercat is still on. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. Okay, so Thundercat, where are you thinking of? And I'm sure you don't want to reveal your price range. So let's talk in general. For Windermere, you can get into Windermere in a 3 or 4 bedroom, 1-story home in the high 300s. This will be a resale home. In Winter Garden, surprisingly, it's a little bit more expensive because the resales are actually much newer. So I just had a 3 bedroom sold at $436. Now it was a highest and best where we put in, we put in an offer, and I honestly did not think we were going to get it because we were, utilizing a loan and not going that high over asking price, only about 3% over asking price. So but we got it. We got it. And, so it's one of the things is in this business, you never know, a lot of times people are buyers are told, well, we want your highest and best offer, and they don't like that idea. Great, because it's not an insult to you. Go for it. Go for it. It doesn't cost anything to make an offer, but you have to be ready. You have to have your loan approved, pre-approved for your loan, and be willing to read the offer that I'm going to send you to sign electronically. So Mike is asking, how far out are you? I'm 1 mile, as I always say, Tinkerbell flies, but as the crow flies, from Disney World. Magic Kingdom, Grand Floridian's probably like 1 mile in that direction. Yeah. So, but 1 mile east, yes, east of here, 1 mile east of here. So I can, from my house right now, I can hear the electrical water pageant over on the Seven Seas Lagoon. When the train is going, which is not going now, we have a beautiful, clear sound of the Walt Disney World Railway. And I also hear the ferries, and I hear the the river cruise. I hear that. Any horns that go off in Disney World, I hear. And I hear music from parades all the time. So, Thundercat, do you have any more questions for me about areas? Now, I was in Kissimmee recently, and they had a 4-bedroom, 2-bath for $350. It's probably a little bit higher than it should have been. But that's why it hasn't sold yet. Might go around 335, So when something sits on the market for a while, always feel free to make a lower offer. Jamie is asking a good question. Is Winter Garden an over 55 community? No, Winter Garden is a town. It is a town that stretches, and I wish I knew how long. I just know that I think it's probably, it goes up to Lake Apopka from here. So it's quite large. Its history is that it was really the hub of citrus growers long time ago. Now it's homes. Until like about 10 years ago, this was all open fields and citrus farms. So, but there is so when I talk about Winter Garden, I'm talking about a town that may have about 50 different communities in them, built by builders. I'm in the 500K range, very strong, but the battle is that I love being close to my parks, and my wife doesn't care too much about that. Shame on her. Okay. Okay. For 500, now I actually think the best deals are in resales right now. Everybody's going for new construction. I think the best deals are in resales, depending on how old the home is. Now, if the home is 15 years old and it has its original roof and its original air conditioner, well, right then you're talking about maybe 12 for the roof and 7 for the air conditioner. It's a good $20,000. And then some of the things would be dated inside, and you'll have to, you'd have to upgrade those. But I still think, in comparison, a nice established community is very nice. So there are. Joey's saying, "Okay, I know you're going to love this, but I joined a group about." Yeah, you know what? There's a lot of groups out there they're all run by realtors. So don't sign anything if you want to work with me. The three biggest areas I'm hearing about are Winter Garden, Horizon West, and Claremont. Absolutely. Horizon West is a section of Claremont. I am in Horizon West. It's 33 square miles, the lower half of Winter Garden. Um, it's the area that has experienced the most growth. I'll tell you a funny story about Winter Garden. One of my customers, I said, you have to go out to Winter Garden. You're going to love Winter Garden. Go out there, check it out. Well, she went out to Winter Garden, and I said, so what did you think? And she went, oh my God, Victor, it was horrible. No, what are you thinking? And I'm like, did you Google Winter Garden and go there? Because you went to Old Town. Now, there is a section that is maybe older, hasn't been gentrified yet. Houses are not in great shape. But it's still a beautiful, safe area, and also has a great shopping area, which I go to almost once a week. So, and it's like a village walk, like an old town. It's a 100-year-old section where the orange citrus growers used to ship their stuff out. So it's a beautiful. It's still to me it's a beautiful area, and it's totally being redone with all these new shops and townhouses and things like that. So Winter Garden, Horizon West is a section of Winter Garden. Claremont is awesome. Now, the thing is about Claremont is it is almost, I guess I could just say it's almost landlocked, you know? Hold on one sec. That's better. So anyway, because there's only one road in and one road out right now, but they're planning a highway north of Hawksmoor, the community I was talking about earlier, and they're planning another road that's going in by the Palms at Surrey-Noah, which is an over 55 community. When they're going to get this stuff done is beyond me. I honestly don't know when they're going to get it all done. They keep changing the goalpost. Every time you call, they say something different. And originally, it was supposed to be done by now because they've got all these communities at the end of this road that's, 2-3 miles down. And on the other end of the other road, there's all these new communities. And there's just a 40-foot space between them to connect them. And that would connect you right into Disney World. So that's I'm waiting for that. I know it's going to happen. Can you see fireworks from anywhere in Claremont? From the Palms at Surrey-Noah, which is an over 55 community, which I've sold in, from certain vantage points, you can see the fireworks. Certain vantage points. When someone says they want to see the fireworks from a certain lot, I go out there at night, I sit in my car, I wait for the fireworks, and I live stream it for them. So I just want to make sure. And there are, in this other community called Surrey-Noah Lakes, which is just about maybe like a mile closer to Disney. I have been told you can see the fireworks there. One of my customers bought, and they were told they have a direct firework view. I haven't seen it yet. So, yeah. Now, the other areas that you could look, the thing is, it came up. Here you are, Zoe. Zoa said, I'm worried about traffic. Okay. When I'm in Winter Garden, Windermere, those areas, I don't experience any traffic. When I go on the 4 or maybe to Davenport, yes, I hit traffic. There's a section of the 4 where I used to, for 7 months I lived, and it actually took me 15 minutes to go 2 blocks. And they have nothing at all plans to correct that. And that's at Davenport at Champions Gate. So there is no plans to correct that at all. Nothing I've seen on paper. And they're still building and building and building. So, which means, it's just going to get worse until it gets better. So, the other area I like, and there are some sections of it that are congested at exit 68 is very congested, of the 4. And that's Lake Apopka Vineland Road, at that area. But in Dr. Phillips, I mean, I've encountered a lot of cars, but not a lot of traffic. Now, for me, traffic is different than other people's. It's very, very subjective. So I see a lot of cars. As long as my car is moving, I'm happy. If you're getting onto if you're spending an extra 5 minutes, to me, that's part of life, But I don't like it when you can't move anywhere. You can't move. You're sitting on the 4 in Davenport area. That, before pre-pandemic, that was a nightmare. So, like people tell me there's traffic all the time. And I go, I don't see it. I used to live in Los Angeles. It took me 2 hours to go what at night would be 20 minutes. And that's how I used to get home from work. Thank God I traveled a lot because I was never in Los Angeles. So, but yeah, that was pretty awful. I don't see that here. Thank God. But for people who live like in Lakeland and want to go to the parks a lot, I kind of have to tell them it should take you 30 minutes, but it will take you an hour and a half. So here, Winter Garden, what I usually do, I don't encounter a lot of traffic. When I have to go out to St. Cloud, I don't get a lot of traffic. But as I said, it's very subjective. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I lived in New Jersey too, Barb. And if you were trying to get down the shore, like we called it, it could take you. It was a parking lot. It was an absolute parking lot. And it was, you just don't do it. That's why I like to go to Jersey Shore in May and September. So, yeah. Carl, yeah, you're used to New Jersey and Virginia, now Clearwater, yeah. Oh, Clearwater traffic, I encountered the worst traffic. It was so scary. I was going over this bridge. What was it? Maybe it was St. Petersburg anyway. And it looked like a tornado was coming, and I was sitting on this bridge forever. Anyway. So what areas would you put us less than 30 minutes from Disney able to see the fireworks in good family area? Well, good family area is subjective as well. Okay. However, people have been impressed and do move to Horizon West for the schools. Okay. And Windermere, the Orange County schools. I've heard very good things about them. Do I tell you the ratings? No, I want you to research it yourself. Meaning not full of short-term rentals. Okay, short-term rentals has to be agreed on by the city, and I'm losing power right now. So, it has to be agreed on by the city, and it has to be agreed on by the county. Let me see if I can get more power here. Okay. So, I'm sorry, not the county, but the community. Not thinking. Okay. So when you have, here I am inside my house. Okay. And I'm going to see if I can get more power here. So, for example, Kissimmee, okay, that they allow short-term rental. And then in the covenants of the HOA, they allow for you to, oh my God, this is a nightmare. Okay. Of the individual community. All right. Here we go. Okay, that gives me power. All right. So in the covenants of the community, the HOA, they say, okay, you can have a short-term rental here. So it is not allowed in Winter Garden. It is not allowed in Windermere. It is not allowed in Dr. Phillips. Now, there are certain like condo hotels which will allow short-term rental, but they're not significant. So I wouldn't, and those are units that you can buy and rent to people totally, short-term rental. Thank you. Anyway, so yeah, so definitely the place you want to go if you want to see fireworks is honestly, it's Windermere, Winter Garden, certain sections of Dr. Phillips, and that depends on your price range because Dr. Phillips is sort of the higher end. Their houses, new construction houses there are going in the 800s. Please buy one. Anyway, so but it's wonderful in Dr. Phillips. It's very eclectic. There is golf. There's the finest restaurants. There's great shopping. There's beautiful lake views. The schools are highly regarded. And it is it's right between Universal Studios and Disney, right there. So terrific area, but the price point's higher. Windermere is, to me, personally, I find it more of a bedroom community. It's very relaxed, very family oriented. There's plenty of Publix grocery stores, very good eateries, including fast food to high end, good shopping at Winter Garden Village, easy access to Disney via Reams Road or Winter Garden Vineland. And then Winter Garden is, honestly, I left Celebration to move to Winter Garden. And the reason I did was because I got so much more bang for my buck. This home in Celebration doesn't exist with a pond view and all that. I couldn't get it. So Zoa Henderson says there was lots of healthcare jobs in the area too. Well, with our growth, I have seen myself 3 new hospitals in the area. Let's see where there's one in Claremont. There's one, and there's 2 that I know of in Winter Garden areas. So yes, there's definitely. I saw there's lots of home health care jobs. Oh, yeah. Okay. Home health care. Interesting. Okay. But there are a lot of hospitals in this area too. So anyway, does anybody have any more questions? Anything else you want me to answer for you? This was very impromptu. I wasn't expecting to do this today. And I'm so looking forward to when I have my setup in the backyard, and I'm working with the camera, I'm going to work off the camera and the laptop. Okay. So let's see. Pricey. Oh, which one is pricey? I heard. Well, Winter Garden is more pricey than Claremont, but right now, to be bold-faced honest with you, I've been doing this for 12 years. I've never seen a market like this. There's so much demand and the growth isn't keeping up with it. and some of the builders I think are falling behind. I think they're not doing a good job. There's only 2 of those that I say that though, but so anyway, so yeah, so definitely there's, but what that's doing is I think some of the builders are taking advantage. So that's why I say I like resales right now. My customer just bought a house that's only 2 years old. It looks brand new. One of the things that I think prevented it from getting sold quickly or being competitive was that they were saying, they wanted their highest and best, but the place really needed a paint job inside. They had a lot of marks on the walls, and people see that and don't want to do any work. So if you're not adverse to doing a little work, a cosmetic work, you may get a decent opportunity. Oh, good. Okay, this is interesting news from Barb, one of my customers. They watched the fireworks from the Palms at Saranoa. We watched from an area where the community is not yet developed. When fully developed, it may be more challenging. Oh, okay, because the houses will be blocking. Yeah. Yeah, Zoa, I think there are some decent resales. As I mentioned, there's a 4-bedroom in Windermere. It's in Winter Garden. It's in Winter Garden. It's in a great community. In fact, my broker lives in this community. And 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, little backyard, not a big one, but they have great community center. And, it's terrific. So, you're about 5 minutes from Disney World. So you can't beat that if you're a Disney fan. So anyway, anybody else have any other questions for me? I'm going to be doing this a lot more frequently. This one was impromptu, and but because usually I don't get questions, but I'm really happy I got some. So anyway, so thank you so much. And if you want any information more, go to disneyatyourdoorstep.com. You'll find all my links. You'll find my email address. You'll find my Facebook pages. You'll find my website. You'll see an interview that I did with Resort TV One. That's up there. More than welcome, Zoa. If you're down in the area, please give me a call. Yeah, Zoa, you're going to be around in August, you should, go out and visit the areas. A lot of people just, I don't know. I just think that, I could always tell when someone's not interested in buying. When Mickey Mouse is more important than me and buying a home, and they can't schedule the time to see a house, they're not buying anything. And that's fine. That's fine. But don't lose the opportunity to get to know the area, even if it takes a 15-minute drive outside of Western Way, down Seidel, over to Reams Road, into Windermere, down Winter Garden Vineland, down Vista Way, back into Disney. You can get an idea of what these properties look like, and what you get for your bucks. Now, I would suggest, if you're not with me, when I could tell you where there's some open houses. Don't give them your name and phone number. I could tell you where there's some open houses that you can go to, which I think are, God's gift to home shopping, and, you'll find maybe the agent is pressuring you. Well, that's fine. You don't have to buy anything. Just don't sign anything. Anyway, so, and new construction, you can always go in and see models and get an idea of the pricing. They always tell you the base price. They never tell you what the lots are going to cost unless you ask, and what the options average. So, because with a home, you buy the home and then you say, well, I want this type of kitchen. I got the nice kitchen. I spent anyway. So, but get an idea of what everything costs. And unfortunately, some people, came a couple of years ago, and now things have been snowballing in pricing. I think it has to level out at some point, because people's salaries haven't increased that much. So eventually won't be a market for these homes, and they'll have to do incentives in order to stimulate sales, and eventually, hopefully, it levels out. Because I think I've seen some houses that I think are quite overpriced for what you're getting. So here's Barb is saying serious buyers should plan at least one day to explore the suburbs on each vacation. Totally agree with that. And I think maybe like go out and see if you can have lunch somewhere, see some of the things. And you know what? One of the things is you can call the schools if you're interested in the schools and ask them for a tour. The high school up here gives tours on Thursday. There's a new high school right near me. I'm sure they're going to give tours, and they give tours to prospective people coming to the area that want to get to know what the school is like. I went to one of those. I was very impressed. So thank you. I'm glad you've been following me for a while. Let me tell you, I bought this house so I could live stream the fireworks. And I've been, and then 2 weeks later, they shut off the fireworks. So I'm going to be getting into it more now that it's up, and I'm getting a little patio area so I can make it more comfortable and invite some of my customers to watch the fireworks and cheer and have Mickey bars and all that kind of stuff. So, but I'm not inviting anybody until that patio is done. So the bricks have been ordered. Okay. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. And thank you so much. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach me, disney@yourdoorstep.com. Making the dream of a Disney lifestyle a reality. I'm Victor Naraki. Contact me on Facebook @Naraki Realtor or my website, celebratingflorida.com. Thanks for watching Disney at Your Doorstep.